Mr. Williamson?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, council members. Want to talk about Hurricane Irma, some different aspects of Hurricane Irma. Want to talk about emergency management. There are 4 phases of emergency management: mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. They are all intertwined. They are all interconnected. As far as preparedness, the city distributed 8,600 sandbags. We did sandbag operations about 3.5 days prior to Hurricane Irma's arrival. We checked all the valves, gates, stormwater, gate structures. All of those were open prior to the hurricane coming through. Lake levels were pumped down. So all of these activities fall under preparedness activities for the disaster. Hurricane Irma was a trifecta of storms. It had wind, it had rain, and it had extended power outages. It's really amazing to me how fast society falls apart without power. Public works staff. We had 5 staff members hunkered down, that's the term people use, here at City Hall. They were here, they ventured out during the storm, at the height of the storm, clearing roads, protecting the city for as long as possible. I told them not to go out, but I know they do, and it's a very rambunctious department. Amy, my assistant, was at the Volusia County Emergency Operations Center. She was keeping communications open to and from the city up to the Volusia County Emergency Center, so she was away from her family as well during this event. Mitigation. Mitigations are activities that can be taken to minimize or reduce the effect of a disaster. We have a multi-million-dollar system in place, stormwater system, to protect the city, and in 2 words, I can tell you, it worked. We had 11.59 inches of rain, which is about equivalent to a 100-year flood, and we had no homes lost due to flooding. If you look at this picture, this is after we had pumped down. The first one, you can see the 2 trees in the pond, and then our pumps were able to lower the lakes. And all of these interconnected lakes were able to pump that water out. We monitor the pumps, we monitor the lakes, and all of that water gets discharged out to our burrow pit. This is where all of the water from our system gets deposited. It's a 60-acre burrow pit with our discharge system. So if there's a question of what does Public Works do, why are we here, it's to protect the city. Is it money well spent? Again, I will say not a single home flooded from storm water. Response activities. Response activities include search and rescue, damage assessment, road clearing. These are all photos from DeBary, from Hurricane Irma. The fire department helped with opening roadways. They conducted well-being checks in mobile home parks. The sheriff's office assisted with communications and keeping us informed. So all of our contract services were outstanding. If there's any question about what they do, there shouldn't be, because they are tremendous for the city. Public Works is out clearing roads. They're opening roadways. We had 29 trees down that were cleared by staff, large trees. The aftermath, we have homes that were destroyed, vehicles damaged, people concerned about their grass. In a disaster, people need to realize there's a disruption in services. All services are disrupted. After a disaster, what is so-called normal for a city is no longer normal. So all of these services are disrupted. One of the things we tried to do, and actually were successful with, we got generators, backup generators on the traffic signals along 1792. Captain, I believe we were about the only city that had functioning generators for about a day, maybe a day and a half. Had some logistics issues that I will work out about fueling. But when you're looking at post-disaster and vehicles on the roadway, every intersection is supposed to be a 4-way stop. Supposed to be. So having working traffic signals is a tremendous benefit because people don't stop. There are 2 types of recovery. There's short-term and long-term recovery. Short-term recovery can last for days or months. Long-term recovery can last for months or years. Bringing the community back to a sense of normalcy is our sole goal in recovery. I can tell you every member of the Public Works Department has been working well